Let's just bow in first. Okay, feet together. Right. And let's start moving. We're going to warm up, start to get the blood going. All right. You guys get outside today? Looks like it was beautiful out.
No, I didn't have a chance.
No? Yeah, Yana, you can don't mute yourself. That way I can hear you if you say something, all right? All right, let's go in and out. All right, half jumping jack. Pull. Let's go down to half. And just the feet. And then toe to heel. Okay, we're going to breathe in with our stomachs. Push out. Breathe in. Push out. One more. Breathe in. Push out. Let's go front and back. Switch. 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 Start to bring the knees up, just ankle height. Let's go to shin height. Knee height. Waist height. Knee height. Shin height. Ankle height. Toe to heel. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One more, breathe in and breathe out. Lean forward, start to pick up from behind. A little further. Further. All the way up. Okay, let's bring it down. Lower. Lower. Stand up straighter. Way up. And heel to toe. And yame. Shikoku. Make sure the knees are wide. Backs the hands together. Pull in, breathe in. Round the shoulders as you push out. Backs the hands together. Pull in, breathe in. And push out. One more. Backs the hands together. Pull in, breathe in. And push out. Let's go down on one leg. Heel down, toe up. Switch to the other side. Switch. Switch. And switch. Okay, down on the ground. Butterfly. Grab the ankles, elbows into the inside of the knees, push down. Lift up in your lower back. Breathe in and push forward and breathe out. And hold it. Okay, right leg out, left leg in, palms out in front. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out, push forward. Hold your palms there. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out, push forward. Hold your palms there. Breathe in through your nose. Push out, breathe out. Okay, other side. Left leg out, right leg in, palms out in front. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out, push forward. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out, push forward. Keep the palms there. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out, push forward. Hold it. Okay, and up. Arms around. Other way. Other way. Other way. Okay, center, open and look. Open and look. Open and look. 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 Open and look. Beautiful. One hand in front, one behind. Start to twist. Okay. Limp from the elbows down. A little faster. 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 All the way. And slow it up. Beautiful. Around. Around the other way. Okay. Head up, down, left, right, left shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder. Hands on the knees, round to the right, round to the left, round to the right, round to the left. Okay, Shikadachi, cross, 50 short squats. Here we go. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Beautiful. Shake out the legs. Okay, fighting stance. We're going to slide in and punch. Here we go. On my count. Nice and easy, all the way out. Try to get the fist and the foot to land at the same time, and then thrust back. Here we go. And aight, 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 aight. Now they switch stance, other side. Here we go. And slide in and punch, foot and hand together. Aight. 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 Yame. Okay, jab, Mike, back to your regular stance, left gear. Here we go. Slide in and punch, and aight, 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 Ai. 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 Yame, other side. Just switch your stance. Do a mic in on the other side. Here we go. And ai. 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 Yame, beautiful. Now we're going to do oizuki. Step over, right? Over and back on one count. Here we go. Ready? And ai. And back each time. Ai. 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 Quick stance, other side. Here we go. And ai. 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 Yame, we're going to warm up by Gary. Okay, warm up the legs. Here we go. Forward and back. And ai. 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 Jake, higher knee. Ai. Better. Ai. Ai. Yana, don't lean back so much, right? Ai. Better. Ai. 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 Other side. Here we go. Switch. And ai. 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 Nice. Side kicks. Here we go. We're going to go forward. Do you have room to go forward and back on each side? Going this way. 1, 2, 2. Keep going. 3. Do 10 of them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Just get that waist nice and loose. See if you can, Yana, if you can tilt your camera just down slightly so I can see your feet just a little bit more. And Jake, do you have the ability to move any further back at all? Jake, you just froze. There we go. Just fractionally further back. All right, so we had a WCIC with Shihan Bill, and we worked on some pretty advanced stuff. Some of the stuff we should try to start to incorporate into what we're doing here, even at the higher brown belt and Shodan levels, because as you move up further, it'll become a little bit easier for you, obviously, if we start earlier on. So a lot of what we're used to doing is when we take a fighting stance, we have basically a 50-50 weight. And we think about how our back foot is what we use all the time to push off. We're going to work on a little bit to start with is using the front joint instead, using the front leg. So what I want you to do is take a fighting stance, and then I want you to bring your back heel up. And as your back heel comes up, I want you to take your hand with your front leg, and I want it palm up, and I want you to put it right in the joint, right in the hip joint. And as you lift your heel, bring that leg will bow out to the side, and that hip joint will create a crease. Okay? So what we don't want is this, right? We want this. So it's like a C, comes in and goes out, and we're here. Okay? So I want you to feel that. We're going to try something a little bit different. I want you to open up, so turn towards your back leg. So you're 45 degrees. Now I want you to put the open up palm in the hip joint, and then I want you to corkscrew, twist into it. Okay? And you should feel a nice sort of joint in there that's creased in. We're going to work with this joint. with your heel up on your back leg slightly. I want your weight for this to be slightly forward. Don't bend at the waist. Just shift the legs forward just a little bit. Okay? Now I want you to be able to just sort of bounce just like this using that front joint. I don't want much weight on that back leg at all. You should be able to lift up that back leg. All of the bouncing is now coming from the front joint. Okay? And I want you to just practice that. Take about 30 seconds or so and just work on just this bounce on the front leg. The back heel is up. The back heel is up. But instead of being here, I'm here. Not here, but here. And I'm just bouncing on that front joint like this. Okay? I want you to work on that for a minute. You should start to feel a burn in the quadriceps on your front leg from that. But I want the bounce on that front leg. Just work on that bounce. The back leg doesn't come off the ground, but everything is on the front hip joint. Okay? If you can, turn sideways so I can see your stance this way. Okay? Now try not to look at the camera for a minute. Look forward, right? And now that's it. Beautiful. Now, Yana, you got a good stance. Jake, see if you can get just a little bit more of a forward tilt. So tilt here, don't bend. Just come forward like this, okay? As opposed to like this. That way you really got very little weight on that back leg. Everything is on that front leg, and you're just using that hip joint, that front hip joint, to flex with. Okay? Should be a nice bounce. Nice and gentle. Good. Okay? Now, as you come down, we're going to work on this motion with your body. It's this motion. Down and forward. If you push down on something on a slippery surface, it slides out that way. It's kind of what we want to happen here. Okay? So we're moving like this, and there's a point of almost weightlessness. As the heel comes down, all of a sudden you can move forward. So what I want you to try doing is work on this bounce on the front hip joint, and we're going to go bounce, bounce, slide. Bounce, bounce, slide. And I want you to feel for that point where there's that, just as you come down, there's a weightlessness. And that's the point that you move forward. There should be no effort to it. Okay, you've got that little bit of a frontward stance, so there's very little weight on the back leg. Bounce, bounce, forward. Bounce, bounce, forward. Bounce, bounce, forward. Each time, okay? Keep trying it. Jake, if you go too far, I can't see you. Back up and start more towards the chair. That's it. Beautiful. Yana, make sure your back foot isn't too sideways. All right? Yeah, it's getting no more than 45 degrees. Okay? I want more in the hip joint. I want more crease, and I want you a little bit further forward. Don't bend at the waist forward. Don't do this. Just simply shift here. Just shift. That's it, by bending the knee. Okay? So here, as opposed to here. I want more of the weight on the front leg. Okay? Maybe you want to take a slightly shorter stance too. Fractionally shorter. There you go. Right? Right in here we go. Bounce, bounce, go. Bounce, bounce, go. Bounce, bounce, go. Each time. Bounce, bounce, go. Keep it going. Bounce, bounce, go. Bounce, bounce, go. Yana, don't lose that joint. What's happening is you're starting here, and after you do one or two, you're starting to start here, as opposed to here. This has to have a good crease. As soon as you lose that crease, right, you don't have the same type of forward momentum. All right, so each time it's here. Bounce, bounce, go. Bounce, bounce, go. Bounce, bounce, go. Okay? Let's keep it going. Ready? Bounce, bounce, go. Bounce, bounce, go. Do it to my count. Here we go. Ready? And bounce, bounce, go. And back each time. It's not a step over. It's just a slide. Just a slide in. Bounce, bounce, go. 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 Jake, you're getting a little too tall on it again. I really want that crease in here. This is super important. This is the joint. This is the flex joint now. This is your spring. Here, your back leg is barely touching the ground, right? In the past, we did a lot of this with the back leg going this way. And this was your bounce, right? We bounce back on it, bounce back. Nothing wrong with this. We do this a lot, bouncing back on it. But right now, we're working on using the front joint to bounce instead. Here, it's like this. All in here, bounce, bounce, go. You're going to look for that down and forward, down and forward, down, down, down and forward. Okay, that's going to give you that weightlessness sort of takeoff, right? Not too long a stance. Again, Yana, make sure that back foot isn't sideways. Okay, let's keep going. Bounce, bounce, go. 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 Let's come on, Jake. Stay with me. Bounce, bounce, go. Bounce, bounce, go. Bounce, bounce, go. Bounce, bounce, go. I want you to just work on that for a minute. Just keep going. Right here. 1, 2, go. 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 Keep that back foot stable. Just let the front one move. Bounce, bounce, go. Bounce, bounce, go. Bounce, bounce, go. Bounce, bounce, go. All right, so now, same thing, but instead of leaving the back foot stable, let the back foot move up a little bit with it. 1, 2, 3. So everything takes off. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. So everything moves. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, give it a shot. Yeah, Jake, you're freezing up a little bit. You got that back foot issue again, Yana. See how it's sideways? Yeah, you got to have it 3/4. You know, you can think of it this way. If you ever see people in track and field, when they get down on the blocks to run, they don't have their back foot this way. You can't push off like that, right? Imagine if I was going to try to run like this. It has to be here so that I can push. Same thing when you're in a fighting stance, that back foot can't be sideways like this. Doesn't do anything for me. In fact, as I push, it ends up opening me up. I need it here. Gives me the bow of the leg going 45 degrees. And when I push that hip crease in, right, now I get that third leg going out here. As soon as I open my foot up, I lose the third leg. It's gone. Have to have it at 45 degrees. Okay? Let's keep trying it. Bounce, bounce, go. Bounce, bounce, go. Okay? Keep control. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, go. Couple more. Yana, watch that back foot again. No step over. Not yet. We're just doing forward. Would you roll over the toe?
No, it's just the floor is really slippery.
Oh, sorry. That's why I've got these shoes on. All right. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, go. All right, so what I want you to add to it now, kind of a fake punch. I don't want you to really punch with it. I just want you to raise your Yakuzuki arm up. So as I go 1, 2, go. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, go. Let's give it a shot. Just off the front joint. So remember, you got your weight more like 70-30. Mostly on that front leg. Just, you know, you can lift this back one up, right? And I'm just here, which looks like this, actually, so you can see my feet. Here. And I'm just going 1, 2, go. 1, 2, go. Try to find that point of weightlessness where you come down and you just shoot out forward. All right, so now we're going to try it. Instead of with just a partial punch, we're going to try an oizuki like this. Okay, so the same thing where we've got this crease, we've got the bounce. We go 1, 2, 3, and over. So as we come over, remember we're using our side to pull, right? So we have this crease, our side pulls. You can see your belt kind of go this way. It then pulls the pectoral muscles. And then eventually the arm goes. It's a chain reaction, right? 1, 2, 3. So this gets left behind. 1, 2, 3. This goes, then this, then that. 1, 2, 3. Let's give it a try. Okay? Got the good crease, slightly forward. Weight is on the front leg. Back heel is up a little bit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Try not to come up so much, Jake. When we're doing this, as you turn, don't come up and down. The whole idea is as you bounce down and then release, we go forward this way, moving this way. It's like skating, right? Sometimes we would skate around 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Same thing here. We're going 1, okay? This type of a movement, smooth, down and straight. Give it a try. Here we go. Right? 1, 2, go. The arm just kind of leads out. Not much of a punch. Just let the arm kind of raise up. Go. Right? 1, 2, go. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, go. All right, Yame. So we're going to put that on the back burner, something to think about, to work on as you go forward, right? The bounce is not just this way, right? It's not just always bouncing off the back leg or just driving with the front. Sometimes we can use that front hip joint, and as we're lock and go. So we're going to set that aside, but you do need to practice that to get used to the idea that you can begin to bounce off that front joint as well. Yes? All right, so a little bit on, again, this sort of side pull, something that Shihan Bill is really working on and wants everybody to develop really sort of as a strong part, especially of their oizuki. So again, we've done some of this a while back. I think it's good to revisit it. If you take your front leg hand and grab your belt by your back leg, right, back here. So what I want to see is this movement, pull your waist and let your Yakuzuki arm just drop behind, right, just like this, right? So that's the motion that's taking place when we do our oizuki, right? The hip is coming forward, then the chest follows, the arm is left behind. right? Because the arm gets slingshotted forward. It's the body that's throwing it. As we've said lots of times, you don't punch with the fist. The fist is what gets delivered. Right? We punch with our legs and the power coming up through the body, and then it just delivers the fist. So we want to get this type of a movement going. This goes, then that goes, right? So how do we do that? Well, if you take a fighting stance, as you bring your back leg up to step over, start to pull this hip back and push this hip forward. This movement, right? There's two ways to push that back hip forward. One is you're raising your back heel, right? That does it. And the other is you're pinching here. You're using your oblique muscles in here, right? To actually pull and pull the body forward. So as you lift that heel, right? You're squeezing here and you're pulling forward and you're snapping this side back like this. And you'll see your belt move off to the side. So as we lift the heel, we squeeze, turn, and then step over. So before we're going to start it, I take a fighting stance. Come on, Jake. Oh, you're frozen. I still see you standing like this. Okay. Hands up. Now what I want you to do with that good crease, I want you to just keep the upper body straight and just lift the heel and turn the waist. Then step over. Okay? And back. Okay? Same thing again. Think about lifting the heel, squeezing, and snap, and then step over. Okay? So we need to blend that now into one movement. So as we lift the heel, we're bringing the leg up. As we're bringing the leg up, how are we bringing it up? By pulling here and snapping here. So we get to this position. So just bring your back foot up to about where your front heel is. Just to there. Okay, bring it up and there's a snap. And you can see my belt move off to the right. Okay, and then bring it up and then just finish the step over. Okay, and back. Lift the heel, squeeze, snap, and step over. And one more. Lift the heel, squeeze, and snap, and step over. So now we're going to blend it all into one. So we have to think now, as we lift the heel, squeeze, and snap, allow the leg to keep going. And back. And back. So do me a favor, turn that way so I can see sideways. Okay, so start from here, right? So it's going to look like this as it's coming up. And back. And back. Right? Let me see. Jake, you're frozen again. Keep going, Yana. Uh-huh. Yana, see if you can start a little bit further back that way. Yeah, Chloe, that's it. Yeah. Now you got a little bit more room. Now take a good fighting stance because you got too short a fighting stance. That's it. Now don't lean backwards though. Don't lean into it back like this. This is 50-50 weight now for the moment. Okay? Bend that front knee a little bit more. That's it. Now from there, lift up, snap, and come over and go back. And back. Jake, you're frozen in like a picture perfect shot, but yeah, I don't know why today. Are you in a different part of the house, Jake? Than where you usually are? Because you just keep freezing. Yeah. Keep going, Yana. Yana, you got your weight a little too far back. You're starting sitting back like this. All right, make sure that knee is bent over the toes. Right? And then don't lean back here. Sort of stand up tall. Fighting stance here. Right? You're still a little bit like this. Bend that front knee more. Bend your front knee more. Okay? Lift up your back heel now. That's it. Now from there, now go. Step over and punch. And back. Beautiful. Let me see, Jake. Yeah, you just got a bad connection tonight, man. I'm having a hard time seeing yours, so you're going to have to kind of practice it because you're breaking up a lot on it. All right, so what we want to do is we want to blend back in that front joint with that twisting and punching. Okay, it doesn't have to be a hard punch. So we want to have something like a bounce, bounce, and go. So I'm here, bounce, bounce, and go. Bounce, bounce, and go. Yes? So give that a try. So now you've got that weight shifted forward, right? You're like 70-30, right? We can open up, put the palm up, front hand, twist into it. Now you got a nice crease. Lift up that back heel a little bit. Then bounce on this joint. Then go 1, 2, twist, punch, and back. 1, 2, twist, and punch, and back. Yana, that back foot again, that's killing you. It's too far sideways. Got to have 45 degrees. Jake, don't punch the furniture. Okay, Yana, get the front knee bent a little bit more. Try to straighten the back leg a little bit. You're still a little bit back here as opposed to here. Try, that's a little bit better. So we want to crunch here, right? Tilt the pelvis up. And then you have a crunch right at the sternum also. Right here, there's a little bit of a crunch. That's it. Beautiful. There you go. Now from there, set the hands, right? Put your back heel a little bit lower for the moment. So as you lift it up, you'll be able to snap your waist. 1, 2. And back. Okay? Start to work on the bounce with that. And back. 1, 2. And back. Get that weightless feeling that comes down and forward. 1, 2. And back. So are you, I don't know if you guys are getting or not. Can you feel it as you bounce down? If you've got your weight forward, as you bounce down on that down and forward, there's a moment where you're like lighter than air and you just move. If you don't feel it, you have to find that. It's at the right moment as you come down, and just as you release off the down, instead of releasing up, you release forward. 1, 2. Right? 1, 2. Weight has to be 70% on the front. 70% on the front, barely 30% on the back. Bouncing in that joint. 1, 2. It'll give you an incredibly fast takeoff. All right, let's try another version of it. So if you take a fighting stance, this is going to be with your jab. Okay? Same thing. 1, 2, step over jab. 1, 2, step over jab. Okay? 1, 2, step over jab. As you bounce on your jab, think about a little bit of a lean towards your jab side, like this, for the moment. 1, that will help you when you come back over the other side. Right? 1, 2. Here, I'm moving around, and I bounce. 1, 2. 1, 2. And again. 1, 2. And again. 1, 2. You can add a follow-up Yakuzuki afterwards. 1, 2. Exactly. Okay? 1, 2. All right, let's take it a step further. Yana, I think that's a bar in the back of the room there, right? So back up towards the bar. Back up all the way towards, yeah. I want you to have some room coming forward. Jake, I want you to have some room coming forward. So we've done these takeoffs before where your front leg comes to your back leg, right? And we throw the jab as we come forward. One of these, 1, 2. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to add the front joint bounce, right? So we're here, and then this leg comes back while the jab comes forward, and we kick off. We go 1, 2. Right? So this one comes back. This leg goes back. This arm shoots out. 1, 2. Right? 1, 2. 1, 2. Again. 1, 2. And again. 1, 2. So let's add the bounce into it now. So we have a bounce that goes with it, and we get that lighter than air moment. 1, 2, and fire off. So it's 1 on 2. That back leg, the front leg comes back, and your jab just shoots out and come forward. Your back foot is going to kick off the ground. When this one comes back, it comes back and pushes. Come all the way back here so you can see my feet. It's a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, push, 3. So I go. Give it a try. Give yourself some space. This one comes back. 1, 2, 3. Front one comes back. The back one pushes, kicks off. Front one comes forward again. 1, 2, 3. Make sure that back foot is in the right spot, Yana. Okay, here we go. If it's this way. That's it. This one comes back. This one kicks and forward. If you're a righty, you're here. The left one comes back. The right one kicks down. The left one goes forward. Right? You're here. All right, let's try it with a little bit with a bounce. So we've got a bounce going. Weight is forward, 70-30. 1, 2, and just take off. Bounce in the joint. Start 45, and you can twist into it so you have a good hip joint. And I'm on an angle, right? I'm not up here. I'm on an angle here, and I just start to bounce. Right? And then I go 1, 2, 3. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. All right, Yame. Shake out the arms and legs for a minute. Okay, hands forward. Twist. 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 Now what I want you to see is that I'm not moving my feet. My body is twisting. My arms are twisting. My feet are staying. Okay? So if I'm going this way, you see my feet are staying. Twist. 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 And around. Okay? So I'm creating torsion to here. I can feel it on this back leg. Right? My right leg is forward. My left leg is back. Right leg forward. Left leg back. Twisting. Twisting to the left. Going counterclockwise. And here, I've got the torsion now. Knee all the way up to here. When I get to here, left arm goes under the right one to block. Here. All the way around, and then release the legs. Okay? Let the arms stay high. Don't let them, not down here. Up high. I want you to get some real twisting. The last thing that goes, right? Because I'm all the way to here. I'm facing the opposite direction before this leg turns around. Push. Give it a try. Let me see. Start facing backwards, Yana. Face the other way. Yep. Left leg, right leg in front. Right leg in front. Twist to the left. Twist. And then go all the way around. That's it. Make sure the arms cross. That's it. 1, 2, and on 3, go. Beautiful. Okay. Try to keep your balance on it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And again. 1, 2, 3, and then step over. And step over. That's it. Beautiful. And back. 1, 2, 3, and step over. Again. 1, 2, 3. So as you do that step over, you can begin to feel a bit of weightlessness. That joint, right? When I come around, I'm here. As I come around here and block, I settle into that back leg and fly forward into a punch. Right? I'm here, 1. When this spins around, bang, I have the crease. Weight settles back. Whew. Forward and down and forward. Okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1. Get a good twist, Yana. 2, 3. All right, go. Block it over. Right? There shouldn't be any hesitance. There shouldn't be any pause. The block comes around. Block and go. 1 and 2. All right? It's almost rhythmic. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Try it again, Jake. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again. 3 and 4. All right. So now what we want to do is we want to slow it down. Just the opposite. Now we're going to go with tension. 1. Relax. 2. Relax. 3. Now, slow motion. Bring it around. 4. Now drive. Push the front hand out and settle in. Okay? Try it. Ready? 1. And relax. 2. Tension. Tension. And relax. 3. Tension. Start the block. Spin the front foot. Settle back into the back leg. Come forward. And release it. Step back. Okay. Again. 1. 2. Big tension here. Squeeze. Squeeze. 3. Squeeze. Now start the block. You're going too fast, Jake. Boom. Push that forward. Settle into it. Yame. Fighting stance. Back leg. Heel comes up. Crease. Snap. Right to there. Start to bring the punch to here. And back. And back. And back. Now, up. Release the punch. Step forward. Beautiful. Again. Up. Release the punch. Step forward. Release the punch. Step forward and thrust. Up. Jake, I didn't see this. I want this to fly. That belt's got to move. That's it. Release. Step forward. Okay? Now, all at once. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay? That's it. Come forward. 1, 2. And back. 1, 2. And back. Okay? 1, 2. And back. 1, 2. And back. Now, shift your weight forward. Get a good open 45. Put the palm in. Twist into it. Lift that back heel up. Bounce down into it. Come forward and over. Here, heel up. 1, 2. Okay? Right here, you get this nice bounce going. Weight is forward, 70%, right? 1, 2. You're moving around, you bounce. You're moving around, you bounce. Moving around, bounce, go. Okay? Weight stays a little bit forward on this one. Move around a little bit. Move around, bounce down. Move around, bounce down. Third one, move around, bounce down, go. One more time. Bounce. Move around. Bounce. Move around. Bounce. Move around. Bounce. Each time I've got my weight going forward and I'm bouncing on that front hip joint. Okay, I can let my back leg go back a little bit to bounce, but everything is coming off the front hip joint. 1, 2, 1, 2. The next one we bounce, go. All right, bounce, move the feet. Let's go. Move around, hands are up. Bounce. Bounce. One more bounce. Next one we go. Bounce, go. That's it. Beautiful. Now we're going to do sliding. Okay, so we're here. We're bouncing. Sliding and punch. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, go. Let both feet off the ground. 1, 2, go. And back here. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, go. The waist should be turning, right? The back heel comes up. The belt goes the direction of your front leg. Let's take this slow now. Fighting stance. Step over and punch. Turn the waist. And then punch. Big delay between the punch and the waist. Big delay. Turn the waist more, Jake. Big delay. Leave the arm behind. Let it dangle down. Turn and then punch. Turn, punch. Turn, punch. Turn, punch. Right? You're pulling. When the heel comes up, you're squeezing. The front hip joint snaps. And then the arm comes over. Keep it going. Eventually, it just comes nice and easy, and it's just a smooth movement. 1 and back. 1 and back. 1 and back. Take your front hand, push it forward a little bit as you're starting the movement out. 1. Right? Look, it's almost like there's a string between my wrist and my back hip. And they go together. 1, 2, and back. 1, 2, and back. 1, 2, and back. And back. And back. As you pull the front hand back, across. across, and back. Take that front hand, serve it up. You have something on here that you're serving. Serve it up, pull. Serve it up, pull. Serve it up, pull. Getting there, Jake. Yep. You're not getting enough of a snap, though. Even doing it slowly. I want the belt to still move more. More of a, I'm here. See, before I even release the punch. And when the punch goes, and back. Give it a shot. That's exaggerating it, but that's the idea. Eventually, you just blend it, and it just starts to move just sort of seamlessly. This goes, and then that goes. Eventually, the gap gets smaller and smaller, but the concept is the same. It's like an elastic band. This is stretching, and then that catches up, right? All right, I think we're good for the day. This is great. I want you to practice a little bit of this. If you're standing around, just do this, right? You're waiting, wherever you are, get used to the idea of one side turns and comes around to the other, right? Just like this. The hip joint, weight forward a little bit, right? Find that moment of weightlessness, down and forward. Okay, these are things that we want to work on, start to incorporate. Eventually, you'll use them in takeoffs and in sparking, and it'll help your attacks tremendously. All right? So I imagine Sensei Gavin will be teaching class. Hopefully he's feeling better on Thursday. Try to practice it a little bit before then. See if he incorporates it in what he's doing as well. If not, we'll keep bringing it back. Okay? All right, feet together. Ray, us. Thanks, guys. This was great. Okay, have a great night. Linda, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan. See you next time.
Yep.
All right, bye.